Hi, my name is Kaia. We're back for day 2. What we have set up today is a Einstein, which is policy buff strobe. And what I've done is I've actually elevated it to be directly over the model for today. So we're gonna use this as our key light, and I'm actually gonna kill the natural light. We don't wanna have too much conflict with the different color tones. So I'll close this up. If I wanted to use that, I would simply expose for the outside, make sure that's not overexposed, and then I would adjust my lights accordingly. But for today, we're just gonna keep it simple. So what I'm gonna have you do is actually go ahead and you're gonna lay across the couch. Your head is gonna be here at the corner. Your feet are gonna be up on the back of the couch. So rotate around the opposite direction. Yep, feet up there. Oh. Yep. And sometimes, you know, I'm giving directions, sometimes it's not necessarily translating perfectly, so what I can do is just simply show you. So let me show you what I mean real quick. Come right on over here. So all I want you to do is lay down. You're gonna put your feet up high here, and I want your head to come slightly off the couch. That way it really elongates the neck, and you're gonna let your hair kind of fall off the side. You're gonna turn your arm here and here. Perfect. And this is going to really show off how long her legs are. Go ahead and put them at the top of the couch. Exactly. Perfect. And then I'm going to come around across the table. Beautiful. And go ahead and bend your elbow off the side of the couch. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to put this in the foreground. We're gonna do a little bit of a test shot, make sure everything's good before we get too crazy into the posing. So let's test this real quick. Perfect. We've got a nice moody light. So I'm getting, basically the light is kissing the top of her face, or that left side, and then everything else is kind of falling into shadow. I may do an exposure compensation through my camera to bring the shadows specifically up a little bit higher. But one other thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna imply, because sometimes it's good to show and imply where that light is coming from, even if it's not real. So I'm gonna turn this lamp on here. And even though this is a weak light comparatively, like this strobe is absolutely overpowering it, it's gonna imply that that's where the light is coming from. All right, so let your head fall back again. Bent elbow, beautiful, perfect. All right, I'm gonna focus right on her eyes. And then go ahead and turn your chin up to the light. Beautiful. Breathe through the lips, nice and natural. Perfect. I'll bring myself around. You can look into the camera on this one. So move this hand and maybe bring it into like the straps or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Your left hand, you can tug at the strap just a little bit. And then rotate your chin to the sky just a little bit more. Good. Look right into the camera, beautiful. Now close the eyes, we'll do a shot for the eyelashes. Right there's good. Perfect. And we don't want to do too much repeat, so we'll actually move on from here because those shots look really good. So you can go ahead and sit up for me. And I will pull this back and change the location. Do you have any favorite features or features that you don't necessarily want to show off today? Nope, everything's good? Perfect.
I don't really smile a lot, but...
All right, so I'm just going to pull that back down.
Oh, my nails are broken.
Show those off. Oh, they're broken? Okay, okay. So let's do this. Let's do a shot where we're essentially, you can stand up right here. We are going to kneel at the edge of this couch right here, and you can maybe keep one heel down or you can cross them over right here, but maybe here. What you're going to do is place your hands slightly outside of the body. You're going to push the butt all the way back, looking over your right shoulder, and you're going to look back into the camera just like that. Good, and then do me a favor, since you have the underwear on underneath, go ahead and either like tuck it or, yeah, right in there. Good, and I'm gonna adjust your hair if that's okay. Okay. I always ask if it's okay in boudoir. You don't want to touch people without their permission. Perfect. And I like looking just over the shoulder. That's perfect. Good. Give a slight smirky smile right there. Very good. I'm gonna check that, make sure it looks good. Everything is balanced. I've got all my lines lined up. Let me do one more with the corner of this table. Perfect. Yes, that looks good. All right, so come on off the couch. You're actually gonna sit here at the base of the couch. Your legs are gonna go long that way. All right, let me move my light here. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. Right here's good. If I wanted the composition to be a little bit brighter, I would just move this a little bit further over, but since I do want to shoot more from the shadow side, I'm going to keep it off on the side like this. Now, I am tethered today because my wireless trigger is being repaired, so what I'm going to do is hide it behind one of these pillows to go behind her. So I'll tuck that in over here. And what you can do is actually lean up against this. Okay. So I'll pull this, go ahead and lift the hair up. And we're gonna put it against the pillow. So go ahead and lean back. We're gonna splay it out. Let the back of your head fall. Good. We're gonna make it look like it naturally fell in this position, even though we are styling it. Something like that will look good. Good, I'll make any adjustments that I need. Perfect. Go ahead and put your chin up to the ceiling. Yes. So I'm back on the shadow side again. All right, and I like exactly what you're doing. Just make this left leg go a little bit longer. Yes, push the knees together. There you go, perfect. Bring this hand over the hair, and you're gonna put it up above the crown of the head, a little bit further up. And I'll place it right here. Good. And you can keep it off the head right there. Yep, give me a little bit of dimension with the fingers. Yes, good. Chin to the ceiling. Good. And this overhead shot is very slimming for everybody too. She doesn't need it, but for future reference, it's always a good angle for women. Tilt your head towards the light for me. Let's get the neckline a little bit. And I have to be cognizant of everything going on here, so I'm making sure to cut my composition before it reaches any of those details. Now take that hand that you have above your head and maybe come right here to the side of the cheek. Yes, good. And close the eyes on this one. I'll do a detail shot. Good. Now we're gonna add a little bit of moodiness to this, so I want you to kind of bring it over the eye. Yes, just like that. Tilt the head up a little bit higher. Yep, now take a nice deep breath. You know how if you do that, you can kind of bring out the clavicle? Yep, do that. And look right into the camera. Smoky smile, smirky. Perfect, that looks really good. Okay, so I'll come back around. Oops. And for this one, I want the light tucked behind her. That way we get a little bit more shadow definition underneath the chin. So we still want it to hit her legs, but we don't want to fill it out too much. Okay, now the right leg is actually going to go longer than the left leg now. Good. Bring your right arm up over the head. You're going to tilt the head back and kind of look, yeah, exactly what you're doing. I don't even have to direct. Perfect. I like that soft touch, show off the ring. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Good. Bring the hand back up to the chest. That's really pretty. Good. And she's got really long legs, so I want to do a nice leg shot too and show off like the heels. Good. could crop it in, skip over the heels entirely. Good, beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. All right, so other than that, I'm just gonna do a couple little portraits. So kind of glance into the camera really gently for this one. Maybe bring the hands into the hair, give it a little bit of oomph, a little interaction. Good, perfect, chin up a little. Perfect. Gonna change my angle. Very good. Chin up a little higher. That's pretty. If I shoot past the leg, it cuts off the torso. And then move like you're about to tuck the hair back behind the ear. Yes. Beautiful. And then glance into the camera as you do so. Beautiful. Bring in a smile on this one since you don't normally. Good. Same thing, but smile like somebody's over this direction. Beautiful. All right. We got that.